Well, hello, and happy Saturday, everyone, on February 10th, 2024. Super excited to be here with you tonight. Say hi when you hop in. And a quick intro for those who are popping in. I'm hoping you will pop in. Excuse me one sec. Anyway, I am very excited to be here with you. Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic integrative teacher, Reiki master, card creator, card reader, medical astrologer, certified and licensed holistic personal trainer. The list goes on and goes on and go on. Anyway, let me check in to see that I am streaming where I need to be streaming. My cord's a little shorter than usual today. So let's see if I am where I need to be. And then we're going to get this party started. I have a lot to cover for tonight, considering the title is Moving into Flow. What does that actually mean, moving into flow? Well, with all this energy we have going on, and I'll be speaking about that very shortly. So I am on Twitter right now. So if you are watching from Twitter or you are watching this on the replay from Twitter, go ahead and hit that heart button and let me know where you are zooming in from, in what city, what state. Let's go and jump over to, excuse me, my YouTube channel, and we're going to get this party going. Remember that wherever you are chiming in from, if you are on my YouTube channel, my Twitter page, or even on Facebook, mostly YouTube and Twitter, go ahead and subscribe. All right, let's see where we are on my YouTube channel. There I am, moving into flow. Oops, subscribe. I always forget to lower the volume. So if you are with me on my YouTube channel, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Share it out if you like. If you want to leave some comments there, I will check in on those comments here and there and respond as needed. And now I'm going to go and sit on my Facebook page. Just getting all the back stuff done. All right. Letting some folks know that I am here live, so I'm just going to send a message or two. So hang in there with me for a moment. See who is around. All right. All right. So here we are. I do see that there are some, but there is someone with me. When you are here, tell me who. Let me know who you are by saying hi. I'm gonna see if I can take this off for now. Yeah. So I can stand this up. Super excited to be here with you tonight. Wanted to come on and share some insight with you with the energy that we are experiencing right now. Let me see if there's someone buzzing in from the YouTube channel. Let's see. Open up the comments. See who is there. Probably be a nice idea if I hold on a second. Always have to check in. Bear with me a minute. There's so much to remember. All right. Give me a second, hoping that people will stroll in as I get prepared as well. All right, there we go. All right. Okay, I am back. Did I freeze? I hope I didn't freeze. Let's see. All right, I think you have, I'm going to give you my 100% attention as I am here with you right now. Tonight's title is Moving into Flow. And that title came about based on the energy of today's moon, as we just experienced this new moon in Aquarius. I'm sure every one of you are feeling that moon. If you are feeling that moon and you are with me watching live, just go ahead and put your comments and let me know how that moon was having you feeling, considering we have the sun, we have Pluto, we have Mercury, all in Aquarius energy, and then of course that moon being there on top of it. The moon's about how we feel about things. So just kind of curious to know how that moon was having you feeling. Were you in a space of overthinking, overanalyzing, trying to get some answers, or were you more like in a quiet zone? Now, as of today, at what time was it? I'm going to give you the exact time. Hello there, Angie. I see you just popped in. As of today at 6:42 a.m., the moon moved into Pisces energy. So when we think about the moon moving into Pisces energy, that's really where this this title came into play, being in flow with things. Just want to see. I do believe I have comments. I just can't see the comments. Anyways, anyway, I see I have 4 people watching, but I only see 1 person commenting. So I don't know where else the comments are coming from. So if you are watching from YouTube, please give StreamYard permission to show your comments so I can see your comments, because I'm not able to see other than 1 person's comment. It says that there's 4 people viewing this right now. So Angie, you're saying not a good one. Let me know what that means, Angie. The moon you were not feeling really good with the moon. Is that the moon's energy from Aquarius or the moon energy in Pisces? As the moon is now in Pisces energy as we speak. So let's see if I can just leave this over here so perhaps I can see some comments going on. Who knows? So let me know. So again, as the title is moving into flow, is based on today's energy of the moon in Pisces. Now, I also want to explain to you, as I mentioned to you, that when the moon was in Aquarius, besides the moon being Aquarius, we also have the Sun, Pluto, and Mercury in Aquarius. So that's a lot of energy in Aquarius energy when you think about it. And then, of course, play with where Aquarius sits on your personal chart as well, and what's in your 11th house. And to add one more component to that, where is Uranus on your chart? Because all that is connected with Aquarius energy. Now, in addition to the moon entering into Pisces today at the hour that it did, I did mention that before. Let me mention it again. The moon entered Pisces today at exactly 6:42. Let me just double check my. Can't even. Where are my glasses? Glasses somewhere. Actually, it was 8:42 a.m. that the moon entered into the sun into Pisces. I believe that's 8:42 a.m. not 6:42 a.m. If I had my glasses, I'd probably be able to read it better. In any case, now I'm seeing folks hopping in. Hello there, Anne. Hello there, Norma. So I'm just going to, as I was saying, when the moon or any planet is sitting in one particular zodiac sign, and there's a lot of energy in that zodiac sign, we need to pay attention to our actual charts, because that's going to activate the energy on your chart as well. So again, just to backtrack, when we talk about Aquarius energy, we have the sun, we had the moon in Aquarius for 3 days up until yesterday. Then we also have Pluto and Mercury. So theoretically, 4 planets were sitting in Aquarius energy. Now, depending on where Aquarius is on your chart, that's going to activate those placements on your chart. We have the moon now in Pisces, and along with the moon in Pisces, we also have Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. So let me talk a little bit about Saturn and Neptune in Pisces to give you some insight to what that actually means for you. Saturn is the planet of structure, your foundation, setting boundaries, and also the reset. So anything on your chart that has anywhere from 0 to 5% degree, 0 to 5% degree, that's a reset in that energy relating to Saturn. Again, Saturn is about your structure, your foundation. It's about setting boundaries. It's about your karmic cycle, meaning there's a karmic reset for that matter in Pisces energy. And I'll speak to you in a bit about what Pisces means. Then in addition to that Saturn energy, we also have Neptune in Pisces, which is about your spiritual wisdom, your higher learning, tapping into your spiritual gifts. when it's in Pisces. So now when we talk about Pisces energy, Pisces is about going with the flow. Pisces is about that connection with your psychic abilities. Every one of us has the ability to be intuitive. Every one of us has psychic gifts. The idea of it is to tap into those psychic gifts. I know going back many, many, many moons ago, if you walked around saying that you were psychic, most people would think you were a little woo-woo. It's becoming a little more popular nowadays, where more and more people are really, I'm going to use this expression, coming out of the closet with the concept that they are psychic, they are mediums, they are intuitive, they are sensitive, they are empaths. These are words that we are now using when we describe the Pisces energy as being sensitive. And I'm sure if those of you who are here watching right now, if you are or do fall under that category of being sensitive, being intuitive, being an empath, being did I miss any of it? You know, if you fall under any of those categories, go ahead and blow up some hearts on the Facebook page so I can see who is and who is not. Most of us are, and some of us are not aware that we are. So pay attention to that. And then when we think about that Pisces energy, it really is about bringing things into flow. Because after all, we are spiritual beings having many human experiences. And when we do become more aware of our psychic abilities, our sensitivity, our intuition, it does bring things more back into alignment and bring things into flow as to being out of flow of whatever it is that you are sensitive on. So I am going to take a peek at some of these comments, and then I'm going to move into this. So I just want to come back because Angie said, yes. Yes, now I'm able to see the comments, which is all good. All right. Closed captions not working on TV. YouTube. Okay, so Norma's on YouTube. Very good. Yes, I highly recommend. Angie mentioned that she's going to start carrying her chart with her. I highly recommend that when you know you're going to come and play with me, whether you play on YouTube, Twitter, or right here on Facebook with me, I highly recommend that you do carry your chart with you until you do remember it by heart. Believe it or not, considering I teach astrology, I don't even remember my chart by heart because there's just way too much to remember. So it's always a good handy tool to have your chart right in front of you. I have someone else's chart in front of me, doesn't help me at all. To have your chart right in front of you so you can better understand what it is I'm talking about. And it's like having a humongous puzzle that you're working with. Oh, by the way, guys, I found my glasses. It was sitting under the pile of work that I have on my table here. So anyway, so when we think about this big, huge puzzle that we are working with me coming and sharing information with all of you, it helps. I would like to think it helps you better understand who you are once you start understanding how to read your natal chart to like put all the pieces together. And I try to give it to you in bite sizes so it's not too overwhelming. So I share with you at the time whatever's on fire, and I like to use that word, on fire. So what's actually going on right now, right here, based on the energy we are in, so you can actually compare it to whatever's going on in your life at this very moment. So as I mentioned, as of yesterday, or should I say as of this morning, I'm just going to double check that time now that I did find my glasses and make sure I'm reading the time correctly. Yes, as of this morning, 8:42 a.m., the font is like this big. 8:42 a.m., the moon has entered into Pisces. It will be in Pisces until Monday. I'm sorry, it will be in Pisces until Monday. And then Monday evening at Monday morning at 8:26 a.m., the moon will then enter Aries. And that's a whole different energy in itself. So we do have all of today, which is Saturday, and all of Sunday, with the moon being in Pisces, helping us to move things into flow. So I do want to share with you a little bit of the energy we experienced literally for today. Something that was really, really important for today. And if you want to grab pen and paper, you can. So when we think about today's energy, something that was really important, we've had Mercury, the planet of communication, in a square. And what square just means is there's a challenge between that particular planet and the next planet I'm going to speak of in Jupiter's energy. And what does that actually mean? There's a square between Mercury and Jupiter. Jupiter's about the expansion. I just want to double check that I have Jupiter right and that it's not Saturn. All of my symbols. See, it really is about just learning and getting used to it, guys. So learning, 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 learning. Just double checking everything just to double check. I don't want this to be in your way. Yes, Jupiter. Yes. So when we think about a square, it just means that there's a challenge. So Jupiter's about expansion. Mercury is about communication. So when there's a square there, there's a challenge between communicating and expanding into that energy in itself. We're all here to expand. We're all here to evolve. We're all here to be a better version of ourselves than we were yesterday. And that's the only thing we are competing against, is the version of ourselves we were yesterday. So here we are today in this energy with Mercury and Jupiter in the square of that communication, self-expression. How can you expand? With the moon, of course, being in Pisces. And then, of course, like I said, we have this energy between Saturn and Neptune all in Pisces as well. So it's like bringing things into flow. And I keep bringing this up because I want you to note that even though the moon will only be in Pisces until early on Monday, this energy of the moon being in Pisces and this energy of the new moon we just recently had, this is what we're really moving into. We are really moving more into flow. Things are not supposed to be hectic and chaotic. When chaos shows up, and I mentioned this in my last live, when chaos shows up, chaos is showing up. Basically, the universe is stepping in, nudging you to really get you to take a step forward. Now, if you do not take the advice of the universe stepping in and giving you a nudge forward, then eventually what's going to happen is the universe is going to push you off the ledge, only because you didn't take the step on your own. So please pay attention when you are getting those little gentle nudges of chaos showing up in your life, because you are supposed to be in a state of flow. But if you're not paying attention, yes, you may very well fall off the cliff to get to where you have to go. In addition to this energy we currently have right now, I also want to bring you in a knowing that because today is February 10th, within a matter of 2 days, 48 hours from today, on February 12th, depending on the time where you are, we have Mars that's going to be entering into Aquarius as well. And what that energy is going to help us all with, Mars, again, for those of you who are not aware, Mars is about action. Mars is about energy. Mars is about assertiveness. Mars is about being the leader, taking the lead in something. And being that it's going to be entering into Aquarius, what this all just means is that it's a unique, revolutionary, independent time. You're supposed to be unique. It's a revolutionary period, and it's about being independent. So you're no longer about standing behind somebody and being told, is what I'm hearing, being told what to do. You are now responsible to take charge and do what you need to do. It's also about you're being driven to move more into your freedom, which again, that's your leadership roles. Not standing behind somebody, not having a boss, so to speak. So this is really about also your community. You're going to be more community oriented, so you're going to want to spend more time in your community. Again, this is something I've been sharing in the last couple of lives I've had. Being that we are in the age of Aquarius, this is really about finding your tribe, finding the people that support you, encourage you, push you to be your best version of yourself. So this way here, you're not getting stuck staying where you are. If you are sitting on sticky paper and you're hoping to stay where you are, that's not going to keep you in the flow. That really is going to keep you in your chaos. So remember, when we think about that Uranus energy, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. This is about breaking the rules. And in order to break the rules, it's your habits, beliefs, and programmings that you might have been really strong in, but now it's really time to let those things go. So pay attention again. Where do Mars sit on your chart? What house is Mars in for you? What zodiac sign is Mars in for you? I myself have Mars in Aries in my 10th house. That is, the 10th house is all about doing the work that I'm here to do. It's all about my freedom. It's all about my achievements, my success, taking the action to do. And because it's an Aries on my chart, it really is about me showing up, who I am, being authentic, being unique, and showing up the way I need to show up. So if you happen to have your chart in front of you and you happen to know how to read your chart, take a look at Mars on your chart, find where Mars is, and see what house and what zodiac sign it's in, and put that in the comments if you know how to read your chart. While you're doing that, I'm just going to look at some of the comments again. Yes, no, you don't want to fall off the cliff there, Angie. Yes. All right. So yeah, so I was just reading some of the comments there. And again, this energy that we do have coming in, it really is about bringing yourself back into the flow, moving into the flow, going forward. This new moon that we just recently had in Aquarius, this was a big moon. This was a big energy helping us to really tap into what's to come for March, April, and May going forward. So this was not just about the energy of February. This is the energy going forward over the next, give and take, 3 to 6 months. So that's a big energy we have coming in. And as the moon now is in Pisces, sitting alongside with Saturn and Neptune, it is helping us to really set those boundaries, asking yourself what is working and what karmic completions may you be experiencing as we move out of the moon being in Pisces. And I do want to remind you, for those who are not aware, the moon rotates every 2.5 days. So every 2.5 days, that moon is moving. It's the one planet that moves more frequently than all the other ones. The second planet that moves the most is the sun. The sun will be moving out of Aquarius and into Pisces on February 21st, so to speak, depending again the timing. And the sun will be entering Pisces energy. So paying attention to that as well. That's going to be some big energies that we will be coming into. And based on the astrological chart, Pisces is the last zodiac sign on the chart. So once the sun enters Pisces, it's the last zodiac sign. So once it moves into Aries, it's going to start that whole new revolution all over again for the next, moving on. So pay attention to that too. We have some massive shifts coming in as we move forward into 2025. We'll have plenty of our planets getting ready to move, such as we will have Uranus getting ready to move out of Taurus and into I don't think it's Uranus. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Just trying to get my notes. Got notes all over the place. Here we go. Yes. No, that's not the right notes. I was looking for something else. Anyway, I'll get to it eventually. Yes, here we go. So we have Uranus that's going to get ready to move out of Taurus energy and move into Gemini energy in 2025. That takes place July 7th of 2025. So we do have a little while before that happens, but keep in mind that as we move into 2025, we will have plenty of shifts taking place in regards to planetary shifts. And not only that, but by 2025, we will also be in our 9 energy universal year. So it really will be a time about reviewing the last 9 years of your life. So you may want to start looking at that now. In addition to Uranus that's going to be moving out of Taurus and moving into Gemini, we also have Neptune that will be leaving Pisces. And remember again, Pisces is the 12th zodiac sign. So it's ending a 12-year cycle, and it's going to be starting up Aries as of April 1st, 2025. So you do want to keep these dates in reminder. Now, our more recent planet that's going to get ready to shift is Jupiter. Jupiter is going to be moving out of Taurus on May 25th, 26th of this year, 2024, and moving into Gemini energy. I will be sharing a lot about that as that does take place. I've already spoken a little bit about it at One Summit already. I'll be speaking about it again tomorrow and how that will influence each and every one of you. However, let's talk about the energy we are in right now, moving into flow. Now that you have all the specifics, I also want to give you some additional dates. When we talk about Mercury's energy that's in Aquarius, that started out as February 4th, 5th, and Mercury will be in Aquarius right until February 23rd. So pay attention to that. And then Mars, as I've mentioned, Mars will be entering into Aquarius on February 12th, 13th, depending on the time, and will stay there until March 22nd. And then Venus will make its way into Aquarius as well on February 16th, and will stay there till March 11th. So by time we have Mars and Venus entering Aquarius, at that point in time, we will have from February 16th to February 20th. What is that? 4 days. We will have the Sun, Mercury, Pluto, Mars, and Venus. 5 planets in Aquarius energy. I know I had mentioned this in the last live I did, and I will mention it again, just to keep you reminded and help you to understand what this actually means for you about moving into flow. When we have this many planets in one zodiac sign, that lights up that zodiac sign. So wherever you do have Aquarius on your chart, and whatever you have in your 11th house on your chart, and wherever Uranus is on your chart, those 3 sections are going to be lit up, because those 5 planets for those 4 days are going to be doing a lot of activating. So again, if you're not sure how to read your natal chart, or for that matter, you don't have a natal chart, please go over to astro.com. I'm going to put that site up right now so you can see it. So bear with me a minute. Yes, the site astro.com. Please go there and get yourself a free chart. Put in all the information they have. Get yourself a free chart. Save the chart. And if for whatever the reasons are, you need assistance in connecting and learning how to read that chart, especially with all this Aquarius energy, please reach out to me. Email healingwithin76@gmail.com to go ahead and schedule a session with me. Mention this live video for tonight, which is being held on February 10th, and you will get a special price for that reading that we will be doing together. So please. Alrighty. Going back into this energy that we do have going on right now, with these 5 planets, like I said, as of February 16th, we will have 5 planets helping us to really move into flow. So, lots to talk about right there. Also, keep in mind that in addition to the 5 planets that are sitting in Aquarius energy, we do have Jupiter and Uranus sitting in Taurus energy. Taurus is the zodiac sign of relationships, physical material possessions, and how you value yourself. So again, those are 2 planets sitting in that one zodiac sign. So again, we want to pay attention. Of course, it's not 5. You know, thank goodness it's not 5. Could you imagine if we had that equal amount sitting in 2 different zodiac signs? That would be a lot of energy for us. Anyways. And you're having a very hard time figuring out your chart. I see, yes. As I mentioned, for those of you who are having challenging times figuring out your charts, and you really want to learn how to figure out your chart, I do highly recommend that you email me, and we could definitely set up a time together. I have special prices for those of you who are interested in scheduling a session to learn how to read your chart. And I will be opening up my astrology class again come March. So keep your eyes and ears open for those dates that will be coming up regarding that class. It's a 12-week course where I teach you the step-by-step so you can understand your natal chart, so you can better understand what I'm talking about when we are here. Remember, when we come here together, it is like getting all the pieces from the puzzles and trying to put them together. But if you're not understanding the chart, this almost sounds like it's in a different language. And I don't want this to be in a different language for you. I want you to be able to understand what it is that's actually going on. Another invitation that I like to put out, and then I'm going to start reading the 12 card spread for each zodiac sign. I am offering a Aquarius party on Saturday night. I'm sorry, on Sunday night, tomorrow night, at a 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Every one of us has Aquarius energy in our chart. Now, it may not be loaded up with planets in it, but you definitely have Aquarius in your chart. You have 11th house in your chart, and you also have Uranus in your chart. If you like to be invited to that Aquarius party, you can go ahead and put the words yes in the comment. Like I said, it's being held at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night, and I will be sharing information based on the Aquarius energy in regards to what it means for you based on your chart. And there's a handful of other people who's attending that party. This is a once-in-a-lifetime Aquarius party. I will probably never do this Aquarius party again. So if you're available tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, feel free, type in the word yes so you can get that Zoom link, and I will send it personally to you in your private messenger box. All right, so let's dive in so you can better understand what's going on in your charts and how all this energy is helping you out. I'm going to get my cards out, shuffle them up, and remember, we're going to be paying attention to your whole chart. We're looking at your sun, moon, and rising sign, whatever that is for you. You can also look at the Aquarius energy, and of course, because we are talking about that moon energy in Pisces and that Saturn and Neptune energy as well, I want you to look at that as well. So looking at your moon, sun, and ascending or rising sign, and if you do have 3 different signs for each one, that gives you 3 cards you're working with. Maybe you're a triple threat. Maybe you have Virgo in your sun, moon, and rising, so that makes you a triple threat. Maybe you have Virgo in your sun and rising, but your moon is Libra. That gives you 2 cards to play with. And what I mean by playing with, each card is going to give you a color to play with. That color is associated to a chakra. It's important to work on that chakra so you can clear the energy from that chakra. So whatever might be preventing you from moving more into flow, by working on your chakras, will help you clear the stagnation so you can have the freedom you can look for. That you can utilize this Mars energy that's going to be coming through in Aquarius, helping you to gain the freedom that you're looking to gain, to be more independent, and to allow yourself to be more community-oriented. And that all really depends on where Mars is on your chart as well. So I'm going to start off with Aries, and I'm going to work my way all the way down to Pisces. Most of us know our sun energy. So if you know your sun energy, you'll be looking at that sign. And if you are more familiar with your sun, moon, and ascending, you'll look at those 3 as well. Hello, Tawana. How are you, my love? I see you popping in. Say hi when you are here. I see that you're watching, but you're not quite on yet. All right, so our Aries peoples. All right, your Aries, your card's in reverse. If you're new to this, know that a reverse card means there's resistance. So whatever the message is that I'm about to deliver, you may have resistance to it, which means you may not be in alignment to it. Also, it means that chakra, which is about the turquoise energy, your throat chakra, needs a little work. This is for Aries. So this is about Aries playing. So when we talk about moving into flow, for you Aries, this is really about being more playful when you chat. Self-expression, being more playful when you chat. Remember that Mercury is squaring Jupiter today. So being able to express yourself and expanding into that your intuitive abilities may be a little off. This could have been today, and tomorrow could be really great days to sort of rest versus doing anything else. Playing could be a really good thing, but remember, it's in reverse. So you may not be playing as much as you want to. This is an invitation to do just that. That 1-6, which is 7. In numerology, that number 7 is reminding you to bring yourself back to balance. If you are Aries, this is an indication that you're a little bit out of balance. You're doing more of something and less of something else, and you need to bring it back into balance. And a lot of it could be the internal dialogue. So that 7 energy is bring things back to balance, come back to play. Come back to play. It's always a really good reminder that when we are doing something more than something else, it's always a good reminder to come back to play, because chances are we're not playing enough. That's almost a given. Very few of us are going to play more than do something else, unless we're a child. And even children don't play as much as they used to. So for you Aries, your cards in reverse, please play. All right, our Taurus. And I also want to remind you, Aries, that there's a lot of energy in your chart, in the collective as well, where you do have the North Node, and we also have our Chiron energy. So that Chiron energy does play a big role in our childhood wounds, for that matter. So as we move into our Taurus energy, for you loving individuals that enjoy loyalty and respect and honesty and commitment, remember that you do have Jupiter and Uranus in your placement right now. So there's definitely an expansion taking place. And there's also definitely about being awakened. So let's see, with this energy we have right now, how to move into flow. Family. This is for Taurus. Family. So when you think about family and moving into flow, what's the first thing that comes up in your mind? Whatever that is, that's exactly what it is that you need to be doing. So when you think about family, you think about moving into flow, what is the first thing you need to do? What's the first thing that comes to mind? That 1-5 is 6. This is 6 is about healing. There's definitely something matters of the heart that needs healing. When we think about this Aquarius energy is really about dropping out of your head, drop down into your heart so you can heal. So that 6 is a reminder to heal. Schedule some time with family so you can heal whatever needs to be healed, so you can move things back into flow. Note that it doesn't have to be blood related. It could be anything else, but bring it into flow. That's our Taurus energy. Excuse me 1 second. So Taurus is all about family, dropping out of your head to try to figure things out. Drop it down into your heart to bring things back into flow. Schedule some time to meet with your family and have those conversations. Do keep in mind that Mercury will not be squaring Jupiter forever. That's a today energy. That's not a tomorrow energy. So you do have the opportunity to start utilizing that Mercury's energy to help you communicate. And that's for everybody. All right, so as we move into our Gemini's energies, what do Geminis need to know so they can move into flow? Gemini, your card's in reverse as well. So this is already the second card that's showing up in reverse, which tells me right off the bat that there's definitely some work that many of us need to be doing, because we already have 2 cards out of 12 that's in reverse so far. So for you Geminis, the card's in reverse stating forgiveness. So who do you need to forgive that you're not forgiving? Who do you need to forgive that you're not forgiving? Who are you resisting? Who are you holding a grudge with? Who are you, like, in your ego is what I'm hearing. The chakra here is the crown. So this is really about coming out of your ego and moving to your higher wisdom. This is that Neptune energy that's in Pisces, to really tap into your spiritual wisdom so you can forgive. Forgiveness is the highest level of healing. When you can forgive, you let go of everything and your body just really comes back into its natural state of being. The double 9 is about letting go so you can transform. Do you remember that the card is in reverse? I see that, yes. And I do know that you are definitely Gemini. And Angie, you said that that's your ascending sign, Gemini? I don't remember. I don't have your chart in front of me, so I do not have that in front of me at the moment. And I don't remember, so. Yes, Gemini, I don't know, Angie, if you're asking if Gemini is ascendant, that you'd have to look at your chart. I don't have it in front of me. I don't know. So again, for you Geminis, your card's in reverse. So whatever it is and whoever it is you need to forgive, definitely go ahead and do just that. And do it for yourself. Otherwise, you're holding on to all that energy that doesn't serve you, and you're in your head. Remember, this Aquarius energy is really about tapping down, coming out of your head and moving down into your heart, so you can expand into your heart's energy. Otherwise, if you're not expanding into your heart energy, you're not allowing yourself to feel into the joy, feel into the calmness, and moving into flow. All right. So let's see what's in store for our Cancers. So for you Cancers, I always like to remind you, excuse me, the moon is your ruling sign. So wherever the moon is, even if it's not in your sign, you do feel this energy more so because it's your ruling planet. So always want to nurture yourself with this energy. And because the moon happens to be in Pisces right now, which is a water sign, and Cancer is a water sign as well. So if you are feeling a little bit more emotional than usual, allow yourself to rest. Answers very good and right on. All right, so here we have for Cancer. Cancer's energy. Here we go. Cancer, new relationships. New relationship. That's what it is for Cancer. So think about that, Cancer, when we think about your new relationship. As you move into flow, as you allow this Aquarian energy to activate your ability to connect with your community, where is Cancer on your chart? What house does Cancer sit in on your chart? What planets are sitting in your Cancer house? Pay attention to that, because that's where the new relationships are going to show up. For me, I have a Cancer rising sign, and that's in my first house. So for me, it really is about myself, my self-expression, and showing up as myself, showing up as authentically as possible. And first house is associated with Aries. So that is about who I want, how I want to be seen in the world. So that's for me. So see how I put the puzzle together? So for you who have Cancer as your sun, moon, or ascending sign, pay attention to what house it's in, and if there's any other planets sitting there as well. That 2-8 is your 10 energy. This is about that freedom you're looking for. This is about the soul's work you're looking to do. This is about the soul's purpose you are here. Every one of us has a reason to why we chose this lifetime to be here. Every one of us chose to be here. There's no mistake that we are here together. There's no mistake that we're doing this together. So every one of us have a contract together. So we think about that new relationship. Pay attention to the people who are coming in your life now. There may be some people who are leaving and new people coming in. Do you remember that we've had a lot of energy sitting in Capricorn, which is your opposition sign? And because all that energy is moving away now, it gives permission for those new relationships to start to flow in. The root chakra is about grounding you, get you to get connected and feel more supported at the same token. Specifically for today and tomorrow, with the moon being in Pisces for you Cancer, this could be emotional for you. So allow yourself to feel those emotions, and also allow yourself to just tap into your heart and ground your energy so you don't get too overwhelmed by your emotions. For me, I definitely can relate to that, because this is Cancer energy. This is my ascending sign. And because I do have my sun in Pisces and my moon in Aquarius, this plays a big role for me because everything is being activated for me right now. So remember, for you Cancers out there, this is about your soul's work. This is about your freedom. Where do you want freedom? And when we think about that root energy, how do you want to feel? How do you want that freedom? And how do you want to be protected by the freedom you are looking for? And those new relationships coming in may actually help that. Love that. I love that. All right, we're moving to our Leos. So for you Leos out there, because we have all this energy in Aquarius, and Aquarius happens to be your opposition sign, I'm sure you are feeling quite lit up right now. Maybe expressive, maybe creative, maybe even a little overwhelmed for that matter. So again, just as I've been saying with everybody else, come out of your head and drop down into your heart so you can experience that heart energy of joy. And do whatever you can so you can continue to be that bright light bright light of allowing your charisma to just show up. So let's see what we have for our Leos. Leo, Leo, Leo. All right, for our Leos, balance. That makes a lot of sense for Leos. When I think about this, with all this energy we do have in Aquarius right now, and as of the 12th, we're going to have more. You know, we have Mars entering Aquarius on the 12th through the 13th, and then by the 16th, we're going to have Venus there. So we will have that 5 planets in Aquarius for you Leos. That is about bringing that balance, because Leo and Aquarius is that opposition energy. So where will you need balance when we have these 4 days where there's 5 planets sitting in your opposite sign? So how can you really drop down into your high heart so you can be more compassionate with yourself, be more kind to yourself, and give yourself a little bit of grace during these 4 days? Because you may very well be tripping over your own emotions at that moment of time. That 7-6 is 4. So this is about bringing balance into your body, bringing balance into your home, bringing balance into your workplace as well. Because again, 5 planets in Aquarian energy in your opposition sign. Big, big stuff going on there for you Leos. As much as you like change, as much as you like your freedom, as much as you like the unpredictability, this may be a little bit much for you. So do what you need to do to keep yourself balanced while we have 5 planets in Aquarius. So do what you need to do to find that flow in your life. That's our Leo energy. All right, we're getting ready to move into our Virgos. And we have a Virgo full moon coming in. Let me give you that time and date. Virgo full moon is happening on, let me get my glasses. That's happening on the 24th. And that's happening at 7:30 a.m. where we have the Virgo full moon. And for those of you who are interested, on February 25th, which is Sunday, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm hosting a full moon circle on Zoom. So if you're interested in attending, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to send you the information for that particular event. Yes, Sandy, your moon is Virgo. So yes. Yes. So pay attention to the message that comes through here. And as we get closer to that full moon in Virgo, pay attention to that energy as well. Also, look at where your moon Virgo is, Angie, and what house is it in. If you want to put the house number in the comments, that also tells a theme as well. For a reminder, in case some of you are forgetting, your moon energy is about how you feel about things. For those who do have their moon in Virgo, it's about how you feel about organization, how you feel about your schedule, how you feel about your space is how you feel. And it's also about your body system as well. So how do you feel about your body plays a big role too. So Angie, wherever that sits on your chart, the house, that will give a theme. Hello, Tanya, who's just popping in now. All right, so I'm on Virgo right now. I'm going to pull the card out for Virgo and see what message Virgos need to hear for tonight to help you. Oh, it's in your third. It's in your third house. So it's about communication. So it's about how you communicate. Third house is also about schedules too. So pay attention to when that moon does, the full moon does happen on February 24th. All right, so let's see the card for Virgos. Virgos, the card here is transformation. So what do you need to let go? What do you need to declutter? Interesting when we talk about Virgos. What do you need to transform? So you can be in this, not so much as transform. What do you need to transform so you can be more into flow? Remember that Virgo energy is the opposition of where the moon is today. So the moon is in Pisces today. So those who do have a Virgo moon or Virgo sun or Virgo ascending sign or any of your other planets are in Virgo, Know that this moon Pisces and the Saturn and Neptune in Pisces is activating your Virgo energy as well. If you have not figured this out yet, the collective energy, wherever the collective energy is based on the planets, whatever sign it's in, that activates your personal chart. So coming back to our Virgos, this is about a transformation. So moving into flow is going to require you to transform. The solar plex energy is about trusting, allowing, trusting, allowing things to move into flow, not resisting everything. Be open to letting go, be open to decluttering, be open to completing something. Something needs to end in order for a transformation to occur. So what I'm hearing here for you Virgos is that you're holding on to something that has expired. And with this moon in Pisces today and all this energy we have in Aquarius recently, this is really about working on ending something. That Saturn in Pisces is about boundaries. This is about having to end something so you can transform. Trust and allowed is the solar plex energy. Trust and allowed is the message for Virgos, the transformation. Once you move into a space of trust and allow, things will begin to move into flow and you can experience a transformation. We move into our Libra's energy. So we speak of Libra again, just as I mentioned earlier on, as Aries is the North Node energy, Libra is the South Node energy. This is about the balance based on your South Node energy. Your South Node is all about where you left off in your past life and where you're starting off in this life based on your North Node energy. If you're not very familiar with your North and South energy, please let me know. Come join my astrology class that will be starting up in March. So you can learn more about the North and South Node. I speak a lot about that as well. Yes, Angie, your sun energy. Yes, that is true. So pay attention to the message that's coming through. And again, as I keep mentioning, such as the Libra energy right now collectively is the South Node. It's in the South Node. That affects your sun, moon, and ascending sign. Also, when we talk about our North Node energy, North Node and South Node, North Node and Sun energy are very similar. It's our soul's purpose. It's what we are here to accomplish. So if you're not familiar with what the Sun's energy is about, just a recap here, your Sun energy is who you are here to become. Your Sun's energy is who you are here to become. Your ascending, your rising sign is how you show up in the world right now. So when you walk into a room, your ascending / rising sign is the energy you're walking into the room as. Your sun energy is what you're here to work towards becoming. And of course, your moon energy is what you feel, how you feel about whatever the sign is in. All right, so Libra. Let's see what Libras need to hear today to move into flow. Considering when we talk about Libra energy, they are about balance. Libras need balance in their life. If Libras do not have balance in their life, if they're doing something more than something else, they will literally feel off kiltered, and that's going to create a lot of uncomfortability in the body. So if you do not have balance, if you happen to have sun, moon sign, or ascending in Libra, this is important for you to have balance. And if your life is not balanced, that could be a really good reason why you're always feeling stressed, overwhelmed, anxious, despair, frustrated, annoyed, because your astrological makeup is really speaking loudly and you're not listening. So let's see, what do Libras need to know with this energy? Now, it's so funny because this was the first card that showed up for Aries, and now it's showing up for Libras. And they're opposition of each other. Play. This is the first time, at least from what I can remember, that a card showed up twice in the opposition signs. So there's something to be said about this card because it showed up in the very beginning of the reading in Aries, and now it's showing up for Libras. So for you Libras, it is about play. Remember, like I said earlier, when we are not balanced, it's usually because we're not playing enough. We are too focused on doing our 9 to 5 or in our soul's work. And if your soul's work doesn't allow you to play, it's not your soul's work. So if you're not playing in what you're calling your soul's work or your entrepreneurship, it means you're not really in your entrepreneurship, because your entrepreneurship is your soul's calling. And if it's not, if you're not playing, you got to find that balance. Throat chakra. This is about that internal dialogue you need to have with yourself. You need to sit quietly with yourself. Libra energy is about quiet. Libra energy is about meditation. Libra energy is about going within. Libra energy is about taking those long walks to discover who you are. Now, when I use the word long walks, I do not want anyone to confuse it with the fact that you're taking a long walk for the sole purpose of exercise. No. Sometimes you just take a long walk in the woods just to discover who you are. And your play, that inner child will come out to play. So that 16 is that 7 energy, which is about coming back to balance. You need to balance yourself. That's the only way you're going to go into flow with this energy we have coming in with 5 planets in Aquarius. Otherwise, you're going to be up in your head the entire time. Remember that Aquarius energy is about the vision. Aquarius is about research, evaluating, reviewing, reflecting, and overthinking. And we're going to have 5 planets sitting in that sign. So for all of us, it's so important to make sure we are playing. Drop down in your heart and play. This is not just for Libra energy now. This is for everybody. This is the second time this card is showing up, and it showed up in Aries. So we have that opposition. This is a North and South node card. This is a big card for everybody. It's not just for Libra. So I want everybody to pay attention to this card, even if you don't have Sun, Moon, or Ascending in Libra energy. Because this is actually activating the North and South energy because it showed up in Aries earlier. So it is really, really a red flag that we need to learn to play some more. Red flag. Red flag. Red flag. All right, we're going to move on to our Scorpios. So do we have any Scorpios in the house? So we have Scorpio. So now when we talk about Scorpio energy, just for a second, remember Scorpio is the opposition of Taurus. So for you Scorpios, the Jupiter and Uranus that are in Taurus right now is playing with your sign as well. And remember that Pluto is in Aquarius, and Pluto is your ruling sign. Ruling sign. So pay attention to this message that's coming through. So Angie has Scorpio in your Venus house. What house is it in? And Angie, please pay attention to when Venus enters Aquarius, because that's going to be big regarding that Aquarius energy with Pluto, with your Venus energy, and the collective Venus energy with Aquarius. That's going to be big for you. When we think about Venus energy, this is for everybody. Venus is about relationships, how you value yourself. How you value yourself is going to mirror how people value you. Venus is about your body as well. The language that you have with your body, the relationship you have with your body. Venus is also about money as well. So big players. Venus is the ruler to Taurus and Libra, by the way, people. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. So Angie, you have Venus in your 6th house, which is your body system. So please pay attention to when Venus enters in Aquarius, because there's going to be some major stuff going on there. Hello there, Sue. How are you, my love? Sue, I'm just about to talk about Scorpio energy. Isn't it so funny that you hop in now? Sue happens to be, I believe she has her sun energy in Scorpio, if I'm not mistaken. Sue, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you have Scorpio sun. I do not remember what your moon and rising sign is. So if you want to jot that into the comments, I'd appreciate that. Yes. Yes. Angie says, change body, let it change. Yes. In order to let the body change, there's got to be remember, there's got to be the internal work going within to change it. But don't worry, Angie, you're in good hands. I'm going to get you there. Hello there, Cheryl. Oh my God, it's so funny. I said, where are all my Scorpio peoples? And now they're all popping in. So I have Cheryl here, who's also a Scorpio. And Cheryl also has a Aquarius Chiron moon. I know that by now. And Sue, if you're still here, let me know what your moon and ascending sign is. So I'm on the Scorpio card. Oh, there it goes. I love when they fall out. So here we go. For our Scorpio, interesting card to pop out of the deck. For you Scorpios, it's about Reiki. It's so important for you to do Reiki on yourself to bring yourself into the flow. Now, if you don't know how to apply Reiki on yourself, for you Scorpios out there, whether you if you're watching with me live or whether you're watching on the replay, you can go ahead, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. You're going to get $15 off one Reiki session. So if you would like to redeem your $15 off a Reiki treatment, please go ahead and email healingwithin76@gmail.com. This is about moving into the heart. So when we talk about Scorpio's energy, Scorpio governs the 8th house energy. It is about the freedom. It's about your transformation. It's about endings. It's about new beginnings that come through. Being that Scorpios are ruled by Pluto's energy, Pluto is about the demolition. Pluto is about destroying what no longer serves, which is why it's so important right now to tap into that heart energy. As Aquarius, as Pluto is in Aquarius, this is about that transformation that's taking place within your entire mind, body, and spirit. So for you Scorpios, this is about tapping into your heart center. And as I mentioned, if you'd like to redeem your $15 off towards a Reiki treatment, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. Those who are watching through YouTube or Twitter. Those who are watching on Facebook, you can go ahead and either type in the word Jess to redeem that, and I'll be more than happy to message you. Or you can just send me a private message. Either way works. That would be $15 off a single Reiki session for those who have Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign. Love that for our Scorpios. Remember, there's lots of energy going on in Scorpio right now with that Pluto in Aquarius. I do not think I can say this enough. Anytime we have any planet in any of our major planets, in any of our major aspects, such as Sun, Moon, or Ascending, that highlights, activates, lights up that house in itself. So that's why it's so important to pay attention to your Sun, Moon, and Ascending sign, also known as your rising sign, wherever the collective energy is. So again, we do have Pluto, Mercury, the Sun, and Mars as of in 2 days, all in Aquarius. So any place on your chart that you have Aquarius energy, Sun, Moon, Ascending, are being highlighted right now. And Aquarius is also associated with your 11th house and also Uranus. So that's all being highlighted right now. All right, we're going to move into our Sagittarius. All right, so Cheryl, you're saying your ascending sign is Scorpio? Your sun sign is not Scorpio too? I always thought it was your sun energy. Or are you a double Scorpio? That should be fun. Correct me, please, if I'm wrong. All right, moving into our Sagittarius. So right now, theoretically, shall I say that? Yes or no? No. Well, yeah, when we talk about Gemini's energy, yeah, so Cheryl's a double Scorpio. Wow. That's lots of transformation for Cheryl. And she also has a Chiron moon in Aquarius. Notice my eyebrows go up. They get higher than my hat. All right, so our Sagittarius, remember Jupiter is your ruling sign. So today specifically with that with Mercury squaring Jupiter, there might have been some confusion in conversations. Keep in mind, though, that that's going to change. Mercury will not be squaring Jupiter forever, so no worries there. So Sagittarius is your descending. Yes, that would be the case because your rising sign is Gemini. So yes, that would be the case. Angie, are you starting to notice how the pieces all like fit together with this big puzzle? All right, so let's see what's in store for our Sagittarius to bring them into flow. I do want to note for you Sag out there as well, when Jupiter does enter Gemini in May, that's also going to highlight your energy too. Not as much as it's going to highlight Gemini, but it's definitely going to highlight Sagittarius because it's the opposition energy. I'm glad that you are finally getting it, Angie. It makes this so much more fun and exciting when you really understand how to read and navigate your chart. All right, so, oh my God. Oh, I thought it was going to be the same as Gemini. I was going to fall on the floor because I was going to say, we cannot possibly have this happen twice in one day. Sagittarius, your card's all about manifestation. I actually thought that says forgiveness, which is why I got all excited. So Sagittarius, it's about manifestation. What is it you want? Excuse me. What is it you want to manifest? This is your opportunity to manifest. Even though the new moon in Aquarius is already behind us, we are still feeling the energy of the new moon. So if you have not done your rituals yet to set your intentions to what you want to bring in for the next 6 months, Sagittarius, this is your time to do it because you can definitely manifest it. This is about the higher wisdom. This is about tapping into that Jupiter energy so you can expand and utilize your manifestation tools. That 1-9 is that 10 energy. That 10 is a reminder that this is about your soul's work that you're here to do. And it's also about something new that's coming through upon manifesting. Remember that you do have the gift of manifestation. Use it. Use it. I love that for Sagittarius. All right, we move into our Capricorns. Norma, are you still with me? I'm not sure if Norma's still with me. I know that Norma carries a Sun Capricorn. I also believe that Norma carries something in Sagittarius as well, but I don't know if she's still with me or not. She's quiet if she is. So let's see what's in store for our Capricorns. And do keep in mind that we still do have Venus in Capricorn, at least for another couple of days. And Mars will be entering Aquarius. So Mars is still in Capricorn until the 12th. So although we're starting to really feel that Mars energy as it starts to shift already. So besides that, for Capricorns, it's pretty quiet, so to speak. And I say it that way because we want to remember that Saturn is the ruling planet for Capricorn. And Saturn is in Pisces right now. So for you Capricorns, you keep in mind that that Saturn light is lighting up your Capricorn energy. And because the moon is in Pisces today, what do you need to do to set boundaries so you can be more in the flow? So let's see what's in store for our Capricorns. Oops. Almost fell on the floor. So this card showed up a little while ago as well for our Virgos. It's showing up for our Capricorns. So as I always say, and just to reinforce it, anytime we have a card that shows up more than once for a sign, it then becomes a universal message for all of us. And this is a card that showed up for our Virgos earlier. Now it's showing up for our Capricorns. So for you Capricorns, when we talk about the yellow energy, is what do you need to trust? What do you need to trust? So you can move more into flow and allow yourself to set those boundaries so you can have a transformation. There's something you need to let go of so you can allow yourself to trust so you can move into the flow and transform. That's the message for our Capricorns. So I'm going to say that again if I can. What do you need to trust? So you can set a boundary. So you can move more into flow and transform. You have to trust something. Right now, you're not trusting something. So you have to let go of the uncertainties or the indecisiveness or the lack of something, the limitations and restrictions, your belief system. That's that Saturn energy. Habits, beliefs, and programmings. You got to let go of anything that's not serving you so you can move into your transformation. That's how Capricorn's called. Work on that solar plex energy so you can begin to move more into trust, so you can move more into flow. Love that. All right, so for you Aquarius out there, how are you holding on? How are you feeling? I know for me, because I do have a moon in Aquarius, it's quite interesting. And I'm just going to look at my chart for a second to share with you. For my 11th house energy, I don't have any planets there. I do have Taurus and Gemini there. So both of them are being lit up because remember, Taurus, we do have Jupiter and Uranus there. And Uranus is the ruling sign to Aquarius. So that plays a big role for me. Now, where do I have a Uranus on my chart? I have that in Libra in my 4th house. So again, that activates my 4th house and that activates more balance for me. So again, see how we put this all together? So for your Aquarius, look at your chart. Look at what's in your Aquarius energy. Look at what's in your 11th house energy, and look at where Uranus is. And you may need to write it all down, so this way you can start like giving yourself little descriptions to what it actually all means. All right, so let's see what we need, what Aquarius needs to know for today to move into flow. This is a perfect card for Aquarius, patience. I think that's so perfect considering when we think about it, with all the energy that's moving into Aquarius right now, patience is definitely a very welcoming message. Now, I had read, I forget where I read it from. I think my husband actually said this to me a couple of weeks ago. He's quoting somebody. It's extremely important to be patient before you become the patient. So if there's something going on, if with all this energy that you do have in the Aquarius energy right now, Pluto, Mercury, the Sun, eventually Mars and Venus, and recently the Moon, what is it that you need to be patient about? And how can you allow yourself to move more into flow so you can drop into your heart? That green energy is about the heart. The 4 energies a reminder that you want to come back into balance, and you need to be patient when it comes to home. And that could be related to shelter, it could be related to your work that you're here to do, and it could be related to your body, and it could be all of the above. Now, this is definitely resonating with me because of my Moon Aquarius energy. So where do you need to have more patience when it comes to that 4 energy of bringing more balance, stability into your home, into your body? How can you be more patient with your body? How can you tend to your body more? How can you see all the accomplishments that your body has done up until now? Whether you're exercising or not exercising, our bodies carry so much, and we should be grateful for everything that our bodies do carry. So practice some patience. That's our card for Aquarius energy. So Angie, you have Chiron in 11th house. Okay, so, your Chiron's in 11th house. Aha. And Aquarius is your midhaven. Yes. So your Chiron, if I'm not mistaken, is in Aries in your 11th house. So that's about, your wound is about yourself and how you want your community to see you, how you show up in your community. All right, last but not least, we have our Pisces energy. And as I always say when we talk about Pisces energy, Pisces carries the energy of all 12 zodiac signs. The moon today is in Pisces until tomorrow, so there is a lot of wishy-washy going on. It is about moving into flow. It is about tapping into your psychic abilities. It is about recognizing how intuitive you really are. It is about recognizing how sensitive you are. We are all sensitive. We are all intuitive beings. Some of us have actually activated our psychic abilities, and some of us are still playing with them. It's okay. Eventually, you're going to get there. Eventually, you're going to get there. With the help of, again, Saturn helping you to set your boundaries. Boundaries is a really big, big, big thing that we need to do, because if we don't have boundaries, it's going to really wear us down. If we're constantly saying yes to when we really want to say no, that's going to wear us down. We need to also have boundaries with ourselves, that we know when to rest, when to relax, when to quiet our minds down. Otherwise, that's going to wear us down too. So boundaries are so important for everything and anything. That Neptune energy is about your higher wisdom. It's about your spiritual journey. It's about your dream state. So for those of you who do have Pisces in sun, moon, or rising sign, please pay attention to your dreams that show up, whether you're sleeping or your daydreams. Pay attention to that, because they're definitely going to bring some messages for you to help you move more into flow. So let's see what we have in store for our Pisces. And I also want to remind you that when we talk about Pisces energy, Neptune and Jupiter both rule Pisces. So those are big. All right, this is a perfect card for Pisces. Surrender. 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 Let it go. Let it go. Give it to God is what I just heard. Whatever it is that you are focused on, that's overwhelming you, that's got you distracted, that's got you in tears, surrender it. Drop into your heart, hold your heart, and allow you to feel the joy. Allow yourself just to be. Again, as Pisces, you guys are very sensitive. I should be in this category. We are very sensitive. And it's so important for us to make sure we find that balance, to make sure we are resting and recharging our energies. Recharging our energies. Those who actually carry a moon Pisces, you guys are a little bit more sensitive than those of us who carry a sun Pisces. Those who carry a Cancer, an ascending Pisces, you're second sensitive. But moon Pisces are very sensitive because it's really about their feelings. So for you moon Pisces, please, please, please honor your rest periods. Honor your rest periods. Surrender, surrender, surrender. 6-8 is that 5 energy. There's change that comes in when you do surrender. If you're not trying to be on top of everything and trying to help everyone, heal everyone, and being that master healer, it allows you to be the master healer of yourself and to really charge your own energy so you can change and have your freedom and allow yourself just to be more creative in the quiet. So that's your message for our Pisces. I love that. I love that. This was a great, great read for all the zodiac signs. I love the fact that both Aries and Libra, the North and South Node collective energy, both have the play card, which is a big reminder for all of us to come back to play. That's a big reminder. So many of us lose track of how important it is to play. Why it's so important for us to play really has to do with our inner child. When you allow yourself to play, you're honoring your inner child. You're letting your inner child come out and play and do the things that maybe she or he did not get to do when they were younger. So honor your inner child. All right, guys, I see that I'm an hour and 18 minutes in. Whoa, that's a little longer than I expected to go. Anyway, it was extremely exciting tonight. Thank you so much for playing with me tonight, sharing your comments. Once again, for you Scorpios out there, remember you can redeem a $15 off a Reiki treatment. To do so, if you're watching from Facebook, just go ahead and message me and let me know you want to redeem a Reiki session for $15 off. Those who are watching from YouTube, you can email healingwithin76@gmail.com. Please redeem your $15 off within the next 72 hours. After that, this offer is no longer valid. So please, please, please redeem that $15 off sooner than later. All right, my guys? And again, for anyone who's in need of learning how to read your astrology chart, please, please, please go ahead and schedule, reach out, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. You're going to get a special price from me, and we'll discuss that price at the time when we come together, so you can read and learn to read your chart. Just looking at some of the comments to see what's there, see if I need to answer anything. Thank you, Cheryl, for that. I appreciate it. Thank you, Anne, so much. I love you too. Love your energy here. Angie, I love your energy here. And anybody else who happened to pop in, Norma, thank you so much for being here as well. And Tanya, yes. And remember, guys, when you do pop in, remember to always say hi so I know you're here. Till next time, enjoy the moon in Pisces energy and all this energy in Aquarius. Remember to go play. Have fun. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye for now.